Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday. I have to tell the camera that just so it makes me remember what day it is. Yes, it's getting a bit like that. So I have been working on this huge journal. So you would have seen me collaging the cover with the papers and gutting the book and that and getting it ready. So since then I've almost finished it. I still think it needs something else on the cover, but for now I'm quite happy. I just wanted to get the signatures in it. So yes, I was watching TV while I finished it off. That's why I didn't film every bit, but I'll talk you through what I've done. So when we finished off last time, as I said, I had just collaged the book pages on here, and so I've trimmed. There's a mosquito, go away. It's hanging around. So I had trimmed around the rough edges. It's in my face. If you hear a smack, it's just me trying to squash him. So, and I had left the blue cover showing out the edges. So what I did there was just grabbed some tea-dyed paper, cut strips of it and just folded them over, and I stuck them down with my Helmar's glue, simply because I used the PVA to collage with, and it holds all this quite well, but because the cover was glossy and that, the edges lifted a little bit, so I put them down with my Helmar's and then stuck this over, and that's really reinforced the edges of the paper to hold them down. So I did that around all the edges, added a bit of lace. You can still see the blue corner there of the book cover. So I added a bit of lace to that. So this is it. And then I just, with my PVA, put some scrap napkin. It's a napkin that I'd already pulled some bits off of, so I just used the rest of it. So I love the way it's turned out. It's such a cheap, easy way of making a cover if you don't have much, except like me, lots of book pages. So yeah, nice big thick one. So it's 8 signatures I ended up with from all my signature swaps. And they fit in there just right. Now I was going to sew them all through the back, but I decided to do the usual, sew them onto some board and then stick them in, so it's hidden sewing. But we'll see whether it holds or whether the weight of signatures pulls it apart. So a bit of trial and error. So on the inside, I just PVA'd some bigger pieces of book page. So I can always cover that, paint whatever I want in there if I like. So, and then I stuck some calico onto the board that I actually sewed the signatures into, and then stuck that down, which I've shown in previous videos. Now it's not cut straight or anything. These were scrap pieces I found that were in that sort of shape, so I just left it. It's a personal journal, so it doesn't bother me. So yes, it's a huge beast. So I will give you a flip through of the signatures now that it's done. Now a few of the bits and pieces might have fallen out and I might have just shoved them back in a bit lopsided. It has way too much ephemera in it because we sort of chopped them out when we gave them to each other. So I'm going to go through it sometime and just leave a few bits that I really love of the person that's made them in there, and then the rest are going to go into my ephemera to put in future journals. I just can't keep everything that everyone's given me, so I've got to start using some of it up, and I'm probably one that prefers a not so chunky journal, so if I'm going to use this sometime, I think I'll thin it out a little bit. So this beautiful first signature was autumn themed, and this is from the wonderful Geo. She did an awesome job. I love the leaf there. Look at that beautiful card. And that's got her name on it and the date, so that one will stay in there for sure. Now I just want to make sure that I've got you so you can see. And so there's some ephemera in this top tuck too. And it's not too much ephemera in this, so oh, these could be used though, couldn't they, elsewhere, I think. So I think they'll go out, and we'll leave these bits in there. And that way, if I want to journal, I can write a little note for myself and put it in there now. And it gives me so much more ephemera to use as well. So a beautiful belly band. Love that. And look, there's a little tag in there as well. Could be a bit like an ideas journal, this one. So I might use them in other journals and leave that in there because that's a lovely idea, that one. That's cute. So that's an envelope. And there's this envelope. That's one that folds out that you can write on. Now we've got this beautiful tag. So again, I reckon I'll leave that one in there because we can store bits in there. And I love this one too. Well, I love it all, that's a hard thing. But it might be brutal. And now, oh, so these are clipped on these bits. Oh, that's a flip out. Isn't that awesome? So we leave the flip out on there, which has some tags in it. She did so much work on this. So that tag, these two tags we can use in other journals. I reckon that one we can as well. I love these, so they can be used in other journals. Now, decisions. So that would have been clipped on. I might just put that one back in there. This is fun. I like the saying on that one. Now, I don't think I've kept any of these tags yet, and I really love them. Might just slip that tag in the front there. Oh, that's cute too. So that can go to be used elsewhere, and that can stay in there. So that's that one done. So the next one is a butterfly theme, and that was made by Brooke Everett, and she's put some beautiful stamps on there. So thank you to everyone for your wonderful signature swaps. I so appreciated them and had heaps of fun doing these with you guys. See, look at all these beautiful bits. Oh, don't mind that. That was just my video saying it was ready from Windows Movie Maker. Now, as I said, I'm sort of trying to cut down on the amount here so I can stick some of my own stuff in there when I use it. So I think these can go aside to be used elsewhere. Love this. This is a hard one because that'd be great to use elsewhere, but it's also great in there, isn't it? Although I could put a journaling spot here, so I might actually take this out if it's going to come off without ripping. I'll feel bad if I rip it on camera. It's coming off all right. I might actually use this even in a personal journal that I make. I might put a journaling spot there for myself. So, because that is just gorgeous. Alright, and in here she's stuck some, look at those stamps. And if you don't know by now, I'm an avid, well, I say avid stamp collector. I love collecting them, but I don't really go into checking watermarks and, you know, seeing what they're worth and all that too much. But I might put these in my stamp collection. Look at that. Just love the colours in this. That one can go back in there. Although that's perfect colours for my personal journal when I make it. So it'll probably go in that. My purple and green one that I want to do sometime. A beautiful long tag. That's an awesome idea with your old atlases. Now, fit it back in there, alright. So that signature's great. Now, this one is a tea-themed one, and that was done by Saz. So thank you, Saz. So I love that mice that she did on there. It's hard to see, isn't it? Because it's so fat, it doesn't really sit properly. So I'm thinking I might use that one elsewhere and put this one back in. And look at the cupcakes, gorgeous colouring. Oh, there's a colour in. We'll have to do that sometime. I think these both can still stay in there. Love what she's done. So I think that can go elsewhere, and we'll... Does that come out? Oh, look at that. That is so cool. It's funny how I looked at all of this, but I probably didn't... You don't notice half of it until you go and have another look at it. Now I'm debating, because that looks really cool in there. Maybe I have to leave them both in there. And then we've got this page. Love her little cupcakes. Might leave that one out since we've got one on the other page. And then this is a little... It's a little envelope. Just really neat too. Oh, can I get it back on? Another one there. Might actually leave that one off. Give me some journaling space there. Stick that back down. And it holds that up there. I might take that off too. I can use that elsewhere. Look, there's a couple of them. I might use that elsewhere. Put that one back in. Thinning it out pretty good already. Now this huge paper clip. It's another beautiful tag there. Alright, I see what goes here. Now I'll just take that off for the moment. Love those huge ones. Now I don't want to break it. This folds out like that. Isn't that neat? And then in there you've got a journaling card by the looks. Yep, like that. If you heard that noise, it was my chair creaking, I promise. Another tag in there. Just love these. Great idea. And then a huge, it's a piece of paper I can journal on in this pocket here. Isn't that amazing? So we'll put the clip back on because that just holds it all together. Alright, now the next signature was like books or author, and that was, now I've got Rebecca Lee Fisher for that one. So it's Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven. This one's not too thick, so I love what she's done with the doilies there and how she's penned in the gaps, and that looks really cool, and around the feather to make it stand out. Everyone did such great jobs with their signatures. I love the butterflying tab as well. Though I'm going to have to be careful with that because it sticks out a bit from my cover. And then the next one is collections, and this one was by, I've got Marion Fraser for this one. I just don't want to get the wrong person for any of it. Oh, that's right. She collects wood pieces, and so she wrote in here what sort of woods they were made by. I think this fell off, so I've just stuck it in. So she got these beautiful wood mushrooms and that. So it's really cool. It's an insight into the actual person, this one. The die cuts. They're Banksia coasters. Her house would be very interesting to visit. So black wood, bits, bowls and that. The black heart, sassafras, Tasmanian oak, tea tree, huon pine, blackwood. And then in there she's got a bowl. And then that's just slips over. So it's a hidden paper clip. I don't know if there's I don't think there's a paper clip in there. That's really cool though. So many ideas. Move that over there. Huffy. Oh, those, they're really cute. Huffy and happy. So I won't take any of those out. Domestic mood barometer. The postmistress. That's the postmistress there. So that's really cool because she gave descriptions of what all the pieces were and that and what they were made out of. Really neat. Love that. Alright, and then the next one is flowers, and that was by Belinda. Beautiful stamp. And then we've got a lovely tag there. Nice and glittery. And then this fell down, so I don't think I even noticed that when I did the flip through. Isn't that gorgeous? Really good idea too. And a flip out. Beautiful coloured pages with stenciling, stickers. And then an envelope. It's got a lovely card in it I can journal on. So there's not too much in this one either, so far all of that can stay in there. Put it that way. And then there goes my chair again. That one. Now this one I might use, that would be nice in my rose journal, so I'll put that to the side. Look at this beautiful, oh, it's a little book. A beautiful cover on it. It can stay there. Then we've got a Reader Donnelly there. And beautiful collage journaling card. I love the background. And that lovely tag. Love this little pocket. Love that idea too. I can actually go my ideas journal, although this is sort of an ideas journal, but I sort of like that, so I'll put that out for now. And then it's just got the date and her name, so we remember who made them. And then the next one was Sandy, and she did a sewing. We did a sewing theme for that one. So it has this beautiful paper clip. Now this paper clip's gone through the envelope here. Lovely little charms. And then in here there's a few little buttons. Look how tiny those love heart ones are. And I love the envelope's got buttons on it there. Might actually use those buttons. That'll save a bit of bulk too, so. Oh, there's another one in there that I didn't get out, I think. Or was I just, oh no, there is another one in there. Oh, there he is. Little star. And then there's this ephemera. Now, I've got to decide. I'll put that one back in. These I might keep out for other journals. And we'll put our little button envelope back in. our paper clip. Another paper clip with a beautiful charm. And a whole lot of tags in here in this little pocket. Oh. So there's 2 of these. I think one of those can go back in there. And then I might use all of these in other journals. Just thinking about the clip too. I might actually take this one off. I can use that elsewhere. Just cuts things down a bit, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to use and not so heavy for the cover as well. Look at this awesome envelope that she's made there. That is gorgeous. So it's tuck spot behind with all these goodies. So I'm thinking I'm going to put that one back in there, and then I can use these 2. And then just paper clip this beautiful piece on, just to close the envelope. And you can open that up and, oh, beautiful scrappies. Aren't they lovely? They're beautiful, the colours she's used in those. So I'll be able to use those in other journals and put one of my own little notes so I can write on that. So I'll put this back on to close it. Just a wonderful job. I'm in awe at what everyone's done with their signatures. These will be so good to keep looking through for ideas. Now, that's not a flip. No, this side must be a flip. So that's not a, is it a Rita Donnelly there? Yes. So there's that one. And then there's all of this that's just like just jam-packed full of stuff, isn't it? But isn't that handy? I can use all of that when I do my sewing journals, so that can go back in there. Now this, and she's used some of the scrap from a zipper. I'm starting to keep all of that stuff myself now. Now, just get the bits out of here. So look, some beautiful trim. So I'll keep that out and use it, I think. Now I think we'll put that one back in for now. And leave that in there. I've got a paper clip here. It's got that bit. Needle and thread. Then this envelope with these beautiful cards. So I think we'll take those out and leave that one in. Actually might keep that out as well. And we'll put that back there. And then this lovely page here. Now that was a flip out, wasn't it? Oh goodness, more. I can't believe how much, Sandy, I can't believe how much you put in here. Look at that, it's just gorgeous though. There's another little bit there, I'll show you that. Try not to break it, where she's actually stuck the needle through. So just there. So that's really sweet. That can stay up there. And then here, so like belly band with these bits in it. So I might put that one back in. And then these beautiful, I love how she's used the material as well. And look at all of this. So I'll put this big one in. And then I think we'll keep these out. So much. Like I could do a few sewing journals with just what was in that signature. That page. So seems like more than two A4 folded pages. Look at all of this. Gorgeous. I like that one with the colour. Sorry about that. My son just came in, but he gave me a cake bar, so that was all right. I forgive him. So I just cleaned out this pocket and I just put that one back in. I'm sort of leaving in the ones that I think the colours go really nice, or if they've made like a beautiful collage or something, I want to keep, you know, some of the handmade items and that as well. Beautiful button card with some pearls. So much ephemera to be able to use. So that one's definitely going back in. Maybe one of these tags. There, I like the look of that. Another beautiful one of these. Now it goes over both sides. Put beautiful charms on all the clips and beads. Must make some of these. Very easy, but they look pretty. That's got this. So I might actually keep this little bit out. Just put that back over like that. Just love the laces and the layering that she's done. So much effort. And look, a whole heap more. So it's a doily there with some ephemera, and I think you can stick stuff in that side and behind. So let's have a look. Another beautiful little envelope, so that can, I can stick the envelope in there. And then maybe that one behind like that. So a whole lot of ephemera come out of that one for me, which is awesome. Because I do love making sewing journals and I'd like to do some more. Alright, and then the last signature was Christmas themed, and this one was Annette that made this one. Gorgeous napkin and stickles or glitter glue on there. And just jam-packed full again. Oh, look at these Christmas trees. Now, does that stays there, I think. Yeah. Father Christmas. So I've got these Christmas trees, which I'm thinking might be really cool to use in future projects. And then she's made this tag. Love that. So that's definitely going to stay in there. Then some more ephemera. So I might leave that out to use on other projects. And another pocket. Just gorgeous, the backgrounds and the bits that she's used. Love how it all goes together. Look at all of this gorgeous bits and pieces. So now I've got to decide which one to put back in. I think we'll put that one back in. So all these bits that I'm not putting back in, they'll all get used. They'll be going in my little themed bundles for when I make my own bits and pieces. I love the look of that, so I think I'll leave that one like that. I just love it. So many good memories in all of this. I love making all the signatures, but I'm not doing them anymore. You know, I've got a lot on my plate to make. If I make signatures, then they can go into journals. No, I think that's all. It's a lovely pocket, that one. So these were behind. Look at that die cut. So that can be used elsewhere. Now she's made this one. I love it. I've got that owl die too. I must make some. That one's really cool. So that's great inspiration for me. So he can go back behind there and stick his little head out. Love that. Oh, sorry, bumping the camera. Some more little bits and pieces I can use. Stickers. They're really cool bits. So I might put Santa Claus back in there. Or I might just leave it as is. He's already got his stuff in there ready to use on something, so we'll use him. I'm just thinking maybe I'll leave it open and just put my own note in there when I journal in here. This would be a great journal, I reckon, since we've already started this year. Could use this one next year to like do a little monthly journaling entry. Beautiful die cut that can stay out and be used. Love that. There's a little top tuck. And then we've got a petalope. And these little bits, stickers and all sorts. So yes, thank you so much to all the ladies who participated with me in the signature swaps. Absolutely adore this. I'm going to treasure it forever, and all the little extras that you stuck in here. So that is my signature journal. Let's see now. I think it's going to shut a bit better now. Well, it's still bulky enough, that's for sure, but it feels a bit lighter, so that's great. I'm hoping it will hold together a bit longer, but I love it. It's turned out great. So I still might find a focal point to put there, I reckon, a nice butterfly or something. But otherwise I love it. It was a real simple, quickish way of decorating a cover. If you don't have much but, you know, old book pages or whatever, then, you know, grab out your PVA, water it down a bit and give it a go. Heaps of fun. And even just putting the tea dyed over the edges, I quite like the way that looks. A bit of lace or whatever. Lovely. So alrighty, so that's it for that one. I better get on with some of the projects I should be doing next. So take care everyone, have some fun, and I will see you soon. Bye.